All right, everyone, this is the reading for quiz unit 4, number 2, government terms. Each question is going to be worth 2 points for a total of 30 points, and you must use your resources to answer the questions. The best score will be recorded, okay? So you can take multiple attempts if you do poorly the first time. What is your first name? What is your last name? And what period do you have, Mr. Mose? You're going to answer those questions first, and then you're going to start off at number 1, fair treatment through the normal judicial process. And the choices for those are A, limited government, B, rule of law, C, due process of law, or D, separated powers. Question number 2, the principle that all people and institutions must follow the law as long as it is fairly applied and enforced. A is limited government, B is rule of law, C is due process of law, or D is shared powers. Number 3, political arrangement in which different or opposing groups all take part in government together. A is limited government, B is rule of law, C is due process of law, or D is shared powers. Question number 4, a form of government that has restricted control over its citizens and economy, protects individual rights, and separates branches of powers so that no single one can become too powerful. A is limited government, B is rule of law, C is due process of law, or D is shared powers. Number 5, a system that divides the task of a government into branches. A is limited government, B is rule of law, C is due process of law, or D is separated powers. Question number 6, when separate branches of government have a certain amount of power over each other, so no branch can gain too much power over the others. A is checks and balances, B is federalism, C is popular sovereignty, D is individual rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Question number 7, the idea that the authority of a country and its government are created and sustained by the consent of its people. A is federalism, B is popular sovereignty, C is republicanism, D is individual right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Question number 8, a phrase in the Declaration of Independence explaining the inalienable rights that cannot be taken away, which are rights of United States citizens. Number 8, a question in the Declaration of Independence explaining the unalienable, so these are rights that cannot be taken away, of U.S. citizens. And the choices for this is A, checks and balances, B, federalism, C, republicanism, D, individual rights to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Sorry about that. I misspoke. Unalienable. I struggle saying that word. Sorry. Question number 9, mode of government that combines a general government, national, with regional government, which could be state, city, or county, in a single political system. Okay, so we're taking this is a mode of government that combines a general government, so I'm thinking kind of a national government, with regional governments. So the state, city, or county, those two get combined into one political system. And the choices for this one is A, checks and balances, B, federalism, C, republicanism, D, individual right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Question number 10, when separate branches of government have a certain amount of power over each other, so no branch can gain too much power over the others. A is checks and balances, B is popular sovereignty, C is republicanism, or D is individual rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The last 5 questions, here we go. Number 11, the powers specifically granted to the national government. A, representative government, B, freedom of conscience, C, delegated powers, or D, reserved powers. Number 12, the right to follow one's own belief in matters of religion and morality. A is representative government, B is freedom of conscience, and C is delegated powers, and D is reserved powers. Question number 13. A government where citizens elect people to make laws on their behalf instead of everyone voting directly on laws and other government action. A is representative government, B is freedom of conscience, C is delegated powers, or D is concurrent power. Question number 14. Powers that are shared by the state government and the federal government. A, representative government, B, freedom of conscience, C, delegated powers, or D, concurrent powers. And the last question, number 15, the powers specifically granted to the national government. A is representative government, B is freedom of conscience, C is reserve powers, or D, concurrent powers. Good luck, and I hope you do well on the quiz.